Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It's be upon us all. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, greeting of virtue. Good morning, my respected lecturers. Let me introduce myself. My name is Muhamad Rizal from 2023 Digital Business International class. My student ID and suite 435. And today I will present my research proposal. The title is Personal Business Innovation through digital freelancing platforms, a qualitative study on micro creators in Surabaya. This study explores how individuals, especially micro-scale digital freelancers, use online platform to innovate and sustain their personal business in today's digital age. In the current digital landscape, platforms like Fiverr, Freelancer, and Upwork offer great flexibility and opportunities for individuals to monetize their skills or services, from graphic design, translation, and then digital marketing, to even selling templates or goods. Freelancing can become a real source of income. And in terms of policy, we rarely find structured programs that specifically support micro digital entrepreneurs. That's why I believe this topic is important to explore because the opportunity is big, but awareness and support are still lacking. Several previous studies have explored related topic. Like the first one is Kurniawan and Wijaksono 2021 found that freelance platform have widened job access. And the second one is Putri Ebal 2022 emphasize the value of personal creativity in standing out in digital marketplace. And the third is Santoso Rahmawati 2023 raise the issue of limited platform features and lack of government support. However, the studies generally focus on macro-level platform impact or only discuss functional aspect. Very few of them focus on micro creators, especially not from the perspective of their life experience. In addition, most studies did not cover Surabaya, which is a growing city with increasing freelance activity. So, this creates a gap in the literature. I aim to fill that gap by focusing on the personal stories, strategies, and struggles of micro creators in Surabaya. This research has three main sets of objectives based on its audience. The first one is for academic and researchers, like to describe how micro creators manage their digital freelancing business, and then to contribute as the reference on localized digital entrepreneurship in Indonesia. And the second one is for micro creators and the general public, like to highlight simple but meaningful innovation done by individual freelancer, and then to promote freelancing as a valid and flexible career path. And the third, for platform developers and local governments, like to provide insight into what micro creators expect and experience from using freelance platforms, and then to serve as input in designing more inclusive digital ecosystem. The next is methodology and aspect output. I choose qualitative research using a phenomenological approach. The reason is simple. I want to understand how people feel, how people think, and interpret their experience, not just measure them. My informants are 5 Asian micro creators from Surabaya. My informants are 5 active micro creators from Surabaya who have used freelance platform consistently for at least 6 months. And they offer services like design, writing, editing, voiceover, and others, mostly digital product or services. I will use semi-structure in that interview to get the data, and the output will be a thematic mapping of how micro creators innovate and grow, a list of challenge they face in platform usage, and then practical suggestion for platform improvement and community empowerment. And the next is advantage over previous research. The first one is prior studies mainly address macro-level impact or platform growth. The second one is the study centers on user experience, innovation behavior, and platform interaction. And the third is focus on micro creators in a local urban context, which is Surabaya, rarely discussed in past literature. The last one is offers practical and policy insight from grassroots perspective. So the next is why qualitative and phenomenology. This question often come up, and I believe it's essential to explain why qualitative because numbers don't always tell the full story. To understand human motivation, struggle, and meaning making, we need depth, not just scale. And then why phenomenology? Because I want to explore how these micro creators perceive their work, their platform, and their sense of progress. Is freelancing a hobby for them, a survival tool, or a long-term career? Only a only a phenomenological lens can really explore those meanings. In contrast, many past studies use survey-based or descriptive methods. While those are valid, they rarely capture emotion, strategy, and adaptation. I want to bring those elements into the discussion. And the next is research flow. Here is the flow of my research. The first one, I begin with problem identification based on observation and reading trends. And then I continue with literature review to define key concepts like micro-creators, digital freelancing, and innovation. After that, I select informants using purposive and snowball sampling. Data is collected through interviews and documentary carefully. Next, consolidation. Member checks and triangulation to confirm accuracy. And then I apply thematic analysis to extract patterns and meanings. And finally, I present conclusion and practical recommendation. This process is designed to ensure that everyday findings is grounded and reflective of the informant's actual experience. So the next is data validation strategy. To ensure the data I collect is trustworthy, I will use two main validation techniques. First is memory check. I will share my interpretation with the original informant to ensure they agree and feel accurately represented. The second, triangulation. I will compare interview data across informants and also validate it using online profiles, platform activity, or past project records. This not only entails to accuracy of the study, but also makes the conclusion more reliable and balanced. So the next is contribution and social impact. This study is expected to contribute in multiple dimensions. The first one for academic offers new perspective in digital entrepreneurship literature, especially from user-centered and local contexts. And for business, give platform developers insight on which features work and what needs improvement. And then helps make platform more user-friendly for beginners and micro users. And the third is social and policy impact. Like highlight the freelancing can be a serious, sustainable income, not just a hobby. And then support the development of inclusive policies for digital skill training, support system, and economy resilience. I believe this study can inspire more public recognition of freelance work as a viable economic contribution. And then to conclude, I want to emphasize one simple message. Innovation doesn't always come from the corporations or high-tech colleagues. Sometimes the most inspiring innovation happens when ordinary individuals adapt to challenges and create something of value on their own terms. That's what I found in the world of Nico creators. Stories of courage, creativity, and persistence. Through with research, I hope to give their stories a place in the academic and policy discussion. And more importantly, I hope this become a small step toward empowering more Indonesians to take part in the digital economy. Thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.